Orchard Park, New York. Coming for the Bills. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team,
Hunter Henry, 60 yards. And the Bills need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, one team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So on 4th down, on is Riley Dixon to punt for Tampa Bay. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 38. They'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Now on the sneak, and he is going to have the Bills first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low risk, low reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Two yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bills! Hunter Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14.
A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry for Rashad White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he's down to the 12.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Now it's 2nd and 10. In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And this pass broken up. The contact well in time there, and now 4th down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Buccaneers 3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. A little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now out come the Bills. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Another one caught by Collins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Looked like an issue there on the snap, and everything has to be right from this distance. But that one, no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap, largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks.
And it'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The slot man in motion right. Here's Mayfield. Out to the right here to Shepard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Short pass caught by Henry. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. And that ball incomplete. Nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Pressure comes as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mayfield. It's hauled in by Shepard. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And here come the Bills.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Wide open receiver complete. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To the air, Allen. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
And you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call. You've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
For the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. The drive starts with a run by White. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now a second and 6.
They'll set up a throw. He's got White here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
To Shepard, complete over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. To throw, Mayfield.
Otten brings it in over the middle.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's second and 7.
Mayfield to throw it.
A quick pass here has got Shepard.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Completes this again to Shepard. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Sterling Shepard. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalpost. It's 17-10. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Short pass caught by Henry. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Allen to throw it. Open man is Collins. He's got it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Allen.
Open man down the field is Henry. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. 1 touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They go right back to White here on first down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Here's the first carry for Sean Tucker. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Looking middle, and he's got a Buccaneers.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Mayfield off the play fake.
He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
White, touchdown, Buccaneers.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Oh, look at the juke. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The tackle made by Zion McCollum.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Allen now looks to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 36. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 17 yards out. And the Bills have taken the lead.
So this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. Touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score.
That time a 6-play drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
goes the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got a Bucca. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Emeka Bucca.
68 yards.
And the Buccaneers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Bills offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now a pause for the injury, and that is as Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's Allen.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football.
And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, this He's had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. On a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Otten. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Waddle, the motion man right. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 21-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On play action, Allen.
Well, this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Allen from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
To the air, Allen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. From the gun, it's Allen.
This one thrown underneath to Achane.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's third and goal now.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now third and goal.
Here's Allen to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buccaneers offense and running back Rachaad White set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They start the drive with White. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
To throw, Mayfield.
Complete right side to Otten.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First down, here's White.
84 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They go with White on the counter.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Mayfield now.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And a Buccaneer first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
This is White on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Now a give to White. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brent, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted them.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Bills' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Achane on the counter.
And he'll take this one down to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Play action. Now it's Allen. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Allen.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Bills are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Point after try forthcoming. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
They juked him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Achane.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop.
2 yards on the pickup.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Again, it's Achane.
They're only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's third down at 5.
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 47-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Mayfield and the Bucs
down by a field goal, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
Second and 6 coming up. Mayfield.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin.
And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This is first and 10. Mayfield. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Inside a minute to go. Here's second and 10 now. Here's Baker. There's a short one taken in by Otten.
He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. Third down now. Now Mayfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to them a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.